Where are you going? Going so fast tonight. Have you ever stopped beside the road to smell the rose of life? Take a breath now. Don't hold it in too long, 'cause you might end up missing out on life's short little song. She's saying, ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. You've got one life to live, don't let it go. Can you let go of it all tonight? Or will you decide to push on through and ignore the words inside? Take a breath now, don't hold it in too long, 'cause you'll find you're missing out a life's short little song. She's saying, ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. As I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. Let me bleed. Let me all of the pain seems to follow, like a shadow dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane? what you do, and it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, let me bleed. See you on the other side. Stays light, stays light. I got to keep it together, keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together. See you on the other side. Stays light, stays light. I got to keep it together, keep it together. I got to keep it together, keep it together. Keep it together.
And welcome back, everyone. Well, I'm saying welcome back because it feels like we've already caused the game. We've been waiting 20 minutes to get this game underway, of course. A Dota update being pushed through just as the first game was about to start. I'm Reddit. This is the Telkom Dota 2 Masters. White Rabbit Gaming versus Energy eSports. Sort of a clash of the titans right now. Both of these two teams looking extremely strong. WRG dominating the scene currently, but Energy, they're just rising and playing better and better week after week. For those of you guys watching on stream, just let me know how the audio sounds, and if everything sounds good, if everything sounds great, let me know, and I will just keep on watching every now and then to see what it sounds like. Let me know if I'm also just typing it on chat. Or too soft, loud, blah blah blah. Okay, so game's underway. We're busy streaming. We are live, of course. Just quickly checking. Yeah, okay, perfect. Everything's ready. I've of course moved back to XSplit, so not quite sure if all the audio settings are right or not. Otherwise, I'll just switch over back to OBS if need be. But the game has already started right now, or the draft phase has already gone through. First bans are out. It is, of course, the Magnus, Keeper of the Light, being banned out by WRG. Two controllers, the Keeper of the Light, of course, anti-push and push, or de-push and push, depending on how you want to say it, as well as the constant healing that you can get there. The control with the Mana Leak, Blinding Light, the ultimate that allows you to split push extremely well, and then still be able to join the team fights. Well, your carry or your position 3, sometimes 2 or 1 can split push. You can bring him into the fights anytime. So good ban outs there from White Rabbit Gaming. Energy decide to ban out the Treant Protector as well as the Abaddon. Two heroes that fill very similar roles, although Abaddon in most cases goes in that off-lane role, but also can heal and could be that frontliner, Treant Protector, once again, global heal, and can get a good initiation off with his overgrowth, his ultimate, especially if you do get into that Ags at a later stage in the game. White Rabbit Gaming decided to pick up Legion Commander and Ricky. That was picked up after the Warlock, and now, of course, Energy decided to pick up Terrorblade. So going for team fight, push, as well as Terrorblade just outputting a lot of damage. The thing about Terrorblade is he is extremely soft, so you have to be careful with him. You have to know when to engage, even though the Sunder is an amazing ability. If you get smoke screened up, dueled by the Legion Commander, and you don't, you aren't in your metamorphosis state, so to speak, you will most likely die. And at this point, WRG has quite a lot of burst damage with the Legion Commander, or control with the Legion Commander and the Ricky Silence. Let's jump quickly back onto stream and see if anyone says anything about the audio. Cool. Just quickly turning this up a little bit. That should be a bit better for the guys on stream. If the in-game sound is not too loud, let me know, and of course we will change that. Energy ban out the Naga. Quite an interesting ban. I mean, Naga can be played as a carry, can be played, we have seen Nagas being played mid. We've even seen, like, are we playing that Naga, well, like 2 years ago, are we playing that Naga support? Naga support was a big thing for quite a while as well. So a good controller as well as split push, split pushing hero. Naga mostly is being picked up in that mid or that safe lane role. And as soon as you get that Radiance up, depending on what you go before that, you start coming online, and you can basically take any game late. You can just delay it the whole time by creep skipping, pulling the creeps away, and literally killing your supports or your enemy supports just with the illusions as soon as you get a heart up, butterfly, depending on what survivability item you go with on the Naga after the Radiance. White Rabbit Gaming ban out Monkey King. Surprised that he went through to second phase already. However, they picked up the Ricky, and in most cases, your Ricky and your Bounty, they're the same position. They're that 4/roaming position coming up. Although every now and then we do see a position 3 Monkey King being banned out, and another offlaner / position 4. So it's a 3 or 4 being banned out by WRG as well, which is the Nyx Assassin. good roamers, good gankers, good controllers, especially as soon as the team fight starts out. So good bans there from White Rabbit Gaming. And both of those two heroes can literally destroy a Crystal Maiden early, mid, and late game. So I do like those bans coming out. Energy, they have the control with the Warlock. They've banned out... they've, of course, banned out the Troll Warlord. So maybe they want to go in... Well, what I would have thought was going in for a Phoenix strat here, banning out the Troll. But they've actually gone and picked up the Slaughter. So is this going to be a Lifestealer Slaughter bomb combination? Is this going to be an offlane Slaughter, a support Slaughter, like position 4 Slaughter with a 5 Warlock? Still possibly going to throw in the Phoenix. It's a very greedy lineup if they do go for that. It's just that troll ban in a lot of cases. Oh no, it's actually going to be a Darkseer picked up. So no Ember, no Phoenix. And this will most likely be a... The reason why I'm saying a Lifestealer pick for Energy is just because the Slaughter does offer that. Even though they do have a Terrorblade, you can, move the Terrorblade around a bit. You can run aggro, keep the Lifestealer safe, while Terrorblade is in the offlane with the Warlock Slaughter. That's why I did mention him. But the Darkseer is picked up, so Darkseer will be going offlane. Slaughter Warlock supports with a Terrorblade, most likely safe lane. I doubt she'll be going mid. What's the mid hero going to be for Energy? And that's what WRG actually have to decide. What do they ban out? What would cement Energy's lineup mid? And in my opinion, I would literally take out the OD because you have a Darkseer that front lines. You have a Slaughter that front lines. You have a Terrorblade. It's... If Energy literally gets that OD pickup right now, OD might not do extremely well against an Ember, but she can hold her own. Lina as well. I still would have preferred banning out the OD. Because of the Warlock drop, the Slaughter frontlining, the Darkseer, you can build up those intel stacks. You have 2 range shares with the Terrorblade and the OD that can stand from range, and you can literally punish them. But Lina also has the same. Darkseer, Vac into Stun, into Slaughter Crush, into Golem. There's just so many combos that can be pulled off with the Lina. So very good band coming out from Chidawi. Now it's Energy's turn. This is going to be an offlane Legion Commander / Jungle Legion. Energy needs to ban out a carry right now. And Jugger is still in the pool. They actually ban out the Lifestealer themselves. Juggernaut's in the pool. He's the most or the best all-around carry currently. But I think White Rabbit needs to go for something a little bit different. Their current draft is extremely stable, constant. It's a normal draft coming up that has flexibility, that has gank potential, roam potential, team fight potential, but they need something more to actually carry that a little bit further, to give them all of that, just they're going for a little bit of everything. Energy actually decides to pick up Ursa. This is going to be a mid Ursa. I'm pretty sure of it, going up against the Ember. Ember actually has to be careful because Ursa can actually dominate the Ember Spirits early on, especially with the Fury Swipe stacks, climbing up, eating through the Flame Guard. I'm trying to see here.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Just trying to see how much magic absorb, even though Fury Swipes is physical, so it won't really care about that. Let's see what White Rabbit Gaming decides to pick up next. It's going to be an old school. Here we go. TI2, TI3, TI1. No, I can't remember. And TI4. Gyrocopter. He used to be the most picked carry ever, so to speak. But Gyrocopter being picked up now by White Rabbit. I said they needed a bit of everything, and they do have teamfight control, burst damage coming through there. I actually like this pick. I really like it. Guys, stay tuned. Game's going to start soon. Let me quickly switch over to the stream and check how everyone's doing there. Seems like everyone is okay on stream. Everything's okay there. So let's see
5 seconds remaining.
what's happening. Just waiting for the game to start and chatting to the guys on stream. Give me a second. Okay, game's about to start. Da da da. Okay, seems like there's a typical South African pause. SA Dota at its best. Darren needs to change his headset. Lol. Okay, let's quickly run through the draft right now. Terrorblade, so mid is going to, Ursa's going to run mid. Literally, guys, I'm going to call them according to their names here, not what they are called, but what they've called themselves. So Warlock, Strike, that's you. Lit, Ursa, that's you. Mr. Potkins, on the slaughter, Chelsea. The one person, well, Chelsea and Dreamy, the two people that actually have their names up here, so... And let's have a look. WRG, do they actually have all their names tagged and written down correctly? Chidawi, Santo, Castaway, Warp, and Schlinks, which is S. So, big thank you to WRG for, hey, actually having their names written out correctly, so that it does help the casters, especially play-by-play casters or hype casters like myself. I just go according to what I see and what I read, and even though I know that the names are different, at that moment when you're actually making those calls, you literally just read it off. So I just decided I'm going to do that from the get-go. Mr. Potkins, he's running the slaughter, Strike on the Warlock, Chelsea on the offlane docks here. Litz, he is playing Ursa. Running in towards that middle lane right now. Strike TP towards the bottom lane to get a war down and is smoked up. And Dreamy on the Terrorblade. Did I go through everyone? I think I did. Chelsea, Mr. Potkins, yes I did, but the smoke is actually going to be broken right now. Schlinks might be in quite a bit of trouble. He's taking, yeah, there's actually going to be a stun. Are we going to see any kind of body block movements coming through? Nope. It's just going to be constant harassment, but he has to be careful right now. Is this actually going to be first blood? It's going to be extremely close. Do they have enough to take the slaughter down? Nope. Chelsea's actually going to come in and save him. So, while moving in there with the Gyrocopter, Schlinks will have to go back a little bit. But he's actually healing up okay. On the Crystal Maiden, meanwhile, towards the bottom lane, Santa is here on the Ricky Invis as always. Chidawi on the Legion Commander, and last but not least, Castaway on the mid Ember Spirit. And good luck, have fun is being called right now. Legion Commander, he is going toe-to-toe with the Terrorblade. Terrorblade only has 500 HP. I mean, we spoke about how squishy the Terrorblade is, especially towards the early stages of the game. And this is going to be a Chidawi rune, Castaway rune, and yeah, 3 runes for the side of WRG. Strike, busy healing himself up. This is the second charge he has to use of Shadow Word at this point. So, getting the economy down, or the consumables down for the side of energy just a little bit. And I mean, that will help on this offlane, making sure that the mana use or the mana is low up on the Warlock the whole time. Try and force out that clarity and then bait it out even further. But the big fight or the big matchup here is going to be on this middle lane. It is Castaway. He is solo up on this lane at this point, so he'll be sharing XP, and I don't think he will actually die. Level 1 both. Well, still don't think they'll be able to kill him. Ember Spirit does have Flame Guard up as well, so it does damage, it does help out, but he has to be careful not to take constant Fury Swipes. He's sitting on 4 charges, and this is extremely dangerous for him to move any closer. Santo, though, taking a bit of damage towards the bottom lane. We have to keep an eye and see who might actually be the first person to drop from this. If it's going to be mid, if it's going to be bot, where is it actually going to be? There's no sentry ward here. Yes, sir. There you go. Sentry is down, and Sentry is down. Will they actually be able to de-ward it? No! Strike actually gets the de-ward first. Middle lane, Castaway, sitting with 6 Fury Swipes. Just look how long that takes. That's an extra 90 damage from every single attack. And let's just gotta go through. Look at that. It's like an 1/8 of his HP just gone. He has to be careful, because every time that actually stacks up, Ursa is just gonna keep it on him over and over again. But bottom lane, Strike might be in a bit of trouble right now. Santa is there, only level 1 though. Are they going to try and wrap or do anything? Nope. Dreamy's actually in his metamorphosis state, so he'll do a decent chunk of damage himself. So a lot of back and forth here between mid and bottom lane. I actually don't know where the first blood is going to come from. Oh, that is a single Sliderfish charge, and Potkins, he's just going to push Castaway back. Keep in mind though, this of course does leave the top lane to basically free farm. Schlinks is sitting on level 1, he'll move into the jungle. He needs to get that level 2 up just to get that extra arcane aura down for his team, so that the likes of Legion Commander, I won't be surprised if he actually gets a level in overwhelming odds. Overwhelming odds, just to spam out. No overwhelming odds, Castaway. Oh, there's an Invis Ruin up here on Slaughter. He does have Slither and Crush, so they have to be careful. There's the Crush. Are we actually going to see Overpower being used? There you go. Castaway might be in a lot of trouble right now. Needs one more right click to come through from the Ursa, but unfortunately, yes! Oh! The Jukes are coming through. Castaway and Santo getting the kill towards the middle lane, juking him completely, making sure, well, I have to say, extremely well played. Waiting to use that Fairy Fire, baiting them out the whole time and getting that kill. So first blood actually going in favor of WRG, but bottom lane, Chidawi, yeah, he has actually gone for that level in overwhelming odds, trying to heal himself up right now while Strike's trying to do as much damage as possible. So it's a damage over time versus healing over time. Dot versus hot. And I just want to focus on this middle lane because Litz should actually be quite significantly far ahead of Castaway on the Ember Spirits, and you can actually see that 16-8 versus 8-1. But the big thing though is, well, he's literally free farming away here. He doesn't have to do anything. He should have a free lane in this, well, even with 2 heroes. Oh, they do jump the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden will actually die. I don't think they will be able to kill the Gyro, but Gyro's coming in. He's turning around. He actually wants to go and get another kill if he can. No, there is the Ricky. I didn't even see the Ricky, and it's going to be a rocket coming through. One hit needed on Mr. Potato. He actually does die. Chelsea is in a lot of trouble himself. He's sitting on 58 HP. Is the Rocket going to be able to kill him? He actually heals himself up, and the Rocket does nothing except tickle his little chin. Don't know where that came from. And he doesn't actually have a little chin. But yeah, so 1 for 1. Lit is going to drop mid. Castaway getting that kill. I'm missing a lot going on here. Castaway was 1 hit away from dying himself. So quite a lot of kills. 1 and 3 in favor of WRG. And once again, Whelp sitting on 33 and 16. He's just literally free farming completely. I have to say, Chidawi keeping up. Well, not completely keeping up, but sitting on 13 and 2 versus 22 and 9. So he is actually quite a bit behind Dreamy here on the Terrorblade. But Terrorblade's got a full poor man shield up. This spam and the right clicks. I mean, there is no level 6 up on the Terrorblade, so just constant spam coming through with the overwhelming odds, which just do so much damage up to Dreamy. And Dreamy has to be careful because as soon as the next creep wave hits, just have a look at Chidawi. He's probably going to drop the overwhelming odds. And is it going to be a level 3? Yes, it is. Dreamy might actually die from this. Dreamy has to be very careful. He's actually busy body blocking up. This is the perfect opportunity for Chidawi to try and do something. It's not going to work though. And Dreamy's being healed up, salved up completely. Very well played by Dreamy to just stay away, making sure that he doesn't actually get too close in. Now Chidawi takes quite a few right clicks and right hits, so to speak. But middle lane, Lit, is he going to drop again? Santo is here. He wants to wrap around. Is there a smoke screen up? If they want to go for it, there is, but I don't think they will have enough to actually kill him. Let's have a look here. Will they do anything? Castaway wants to go in. There is a silence, but will they? No, there's the smoke coming through. Sancho has to be careful. Will they be able to get anything? Forcing a TP rotation out by the Slaughter, I think, is enough, and that's a win for them. We'll probably just see Ricky moving back towards the bottom lane. There's an Invis Ruin up here for him if he needs it. Well, a Invis Ruin for the Invis hero. Nah, maybe just give it to Chidawi. Let him... Ooh, can't try up just yet. Guys, sitting 6 minutes into the game, let me quickly jump onto the stream and see how everything is.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And just focusing here on Castaway. There was a scan there just to see if they could catch out the Ricky. But Ricky's all the way back towards the bottom lane. Leeching experience. Oh, he has to actually be careful right now. He right-clicked for some reason. Santo has to be very careful. He might actually die from this. I think Santo's going to die. Who's coming in to try and help him out? There you go, Legion Commander. Keeping his little buddy, his little Ricky, his little pet alive for... Oh, his little demonic pet. Alive for just a little bit longer. Let's see though, Chadawi, he wants to turn around. He does have level 6 up. Is he actually going to use it? I would not if I was him. Yeah, they actually decide to run around. Good smoke coming through here from Santo, making sure that they're slowed and silenced up just that little bit. But there you go. Slaughter is in a lot of trouble. Wow, wow. So much burst coming through. Level 4 Rocket Barrage. Keep in mind, guys, I think this is like the second game that I've cast of WRG where they picked up the Gyrocopter. Because it's a 5.5 second cooldown on a 3-second Rocket Barrage. So you literally have rockets for 3 seconds, don't have it for 2.2. It's just ridiculous. Do you actually have a... No, you don't have a reduction up on the Rocket Barrage. Otherwise, I think it just would have been too OP. I honestly feel the Gyrocopter is extremely strong at this point. But let's have a look here. We're going to see an engagement onto Dreamy. Dreamy does have his Metamorphosis. No, he actually does not have anything. 3 heroes or 2 heroes TP towards the bottom lane. Smoke's actually used up onto the Ricky here. It is caught to them. Do they have enough to slow him? Ricky does not have 6, but the... Whoa, oh, this is extremely dangerous coming through from the Terrorblade. Terrorblade might actually get the win, but unfortunately it's not enough. Castaway comes in with a double damage rune as well as a single, I think, Fire Remnant. They do want more. Castaway does get stunned up by the Slaughter, and Castaway is still diving for some reason. Extremely dangerous. However, Warlock's still hiding in towards the side shop. He's busy chilling. And Chadawi, is he going to be jumped? Nope. Top lane though, Whelp is still continuing to farm extremely well, sitting on 4,400 net worth. He actually drops his core down. He wants to turn around, go on to Dreamy. Dreamy, of course, does have a Sunder, but that's exactly what Wolf wants to do. He just wants to keep on spamming Dreamy the whole time, just to keep him low as much as possible. I think that's only, what, a level 1 rocket? Yeah, level 1 rocket. And Chadawi's still not getting a duel victory off. It was extremely risky plays when he went for this duel because there was 2 heroes with him. The Ricky wasn't there. The Ricky couldn't help him out. But the Ricky can help out right now. He's actually going to be silenced up. There's the silence, but will he turn around and Sunder? Unfortunately, he just can't get in range, or he can't get away, giving Whelp a killing spree. And unfortunately, that puts Dreamy just even further below. I mean, look at his net worth currently. It's sitting only 400 or 350 above the Ricky. And the problem with a Terrorblade is if he gets off to a slow start, he's just easy meat and instant pickings for any... Literally, he can get dual killed at an early level. Ricky, as soon as a Diffusal comes up, can kill him. Ember Spirit can kill him. Gyrocopter can kill him. It's extremely dangerous for the Terrorblade not to have any kind of farm this early on. Let's see if Dreamy can actually do anything. However, they do have a wraparound Santo that actually does count out Dreamy. They might even want to try and push this. There's 4 heroes wrapping around here for WRG. And I think, Dreamy, buddy, you are not long for this world. Santo is going to try and body block him. There you go. The body blocks are started. Dreamy knows about that. He's trying to juke away. He had to have known. And are they going to actually try and push this? They do have a smoke. They do have a blink strike if need be. But WRG decide to push the tower instead. I'm not going to force up any kills right now. And I actually do like that. Just focusing on objectives, playing what you need to play, and not YOLOing just too deep. Which, to be honest, we have seen WRG do every once in a while, especially in their first game. But it seems like they're taking this extremely seriously, very composed. Let's have a quick look at the net worth lead, sitting at 6,000. At the 11-minute mark. That's roughly a 500 GPM difference per minute. Oh, let's have a look. Bottom tower is being pushed out. Well, he does have a Dragon Lance up. I mean, not a lot of items up currently, but I think it might be enough. Is Slaughter going to get any kind of crush off? Is he going to try and do any sneaky things? He actually does get pinged out. Who pings him out? He pings actually himself out. Sancho managed to kill Uplift and tries to turn around. Womp goes in. Unfortunately, the rockets drop, but it's not enough. One hero has already fallen. The Crystal Maiden ultimate is coming through. Dream is in a lot of trouble himself. That's 2 heroes down. Schlink's just completely dominating now. It's Womp's turn. He wants to go in once again with a rocket barrage. Trying to get the kill onto Strike. And Strike does fall. Womp TP's out of that because he knows he has extremely low HP, but still getting 3 heroes down. Looking at the fight recap, that's 1,200 odd gold in favor of them, but the turnaround's coming through, and this is the power of the Legion Commander, the overwhelming odds that this will be an instant kill, the first dual victory, winner, chicken dinner, going towards Legion Commander. I've been playing way too much Player Unknown's Battleground, saying winner, chicken dinner. Sorry about that one, guys. But tier 2 tower, first tier 2 tower to fall. And going in favor of WRG, looking extremely composed here. So, let's have a look here at Slaughter. What's he busy building into? He has his Tranquil Boots, and that's about it. Litz, the saving grace at this point, well, they really need him to actually get online, but unfortunately, he might actually just drop from this. They do decide to jump him, but is this a Radiant Sentry Ward? So they actually did scout out a couple of heroes coming through. Lit building up towards that Blink Dagger. He needs Blink +1, as in plus another item, to actually be able to take part in any of these fights. Otherwise, he will get blown up. Strike, sitting on brown boots at this point. Extremely poor. He's really having a tough game. I mean, sitting with only 1,000 net worth, both the supports here for energy, and that just goes to show WRG. Well, WRG, the silence is there up on Ursa. Ursa does use the rage. Actually wants to go in. Well, don't know why I'm saying he wants to go in. Uses his rage, and tries to run away instead of trying to just TP out. I do know that the rocket was of course dropped, but possibly just trying to TP out and try and get out of that. I don't know. Unfortunately, things just not going the way of Energy at this point. But Energy do have players that can just regroup if they need to. They can focus. They can just pull back and say, okay, guys, what do we need to do? Even at a 12,000 net worth deficit, as you can see on the chart here. And if you click there. Even with the 12,000 net worth deficit, Energy can still come back. They do have fighting ultimates with the Warlock, with the Darkseer, Warvac, but they just need 1 or 2 heroes to actually get online. And the only hero that is getting close to that is the Darkseer. He'll have Mexu. That's actually a very big item pickup, especially for the team fights and the amount of burst that can come through on this Gyrocopter. I seriously need to get some water. My throat is killing me. So, let's have a look. Where's the engagement going to come from? Chadawi is going to try and get the overwhelming odds stacks up as much as possible. Is he going to drop it here? There's a Veil of Discord used. The Rage, Enrage, so should I actually say, is being used up. The Golem drop. There's the vacuum. No wall just yet, but the Gyrocopter might be in a lot of trouble. He actually drops his ultimate. He's still staying alive. They're turning around. They're managing to get 2 heroes down. That's the Slaughter as well as the Warlock. And this is a call to retreat from the side of Energy. They did, however, managed to lose the Ricky. Not quite sure exactly what happened there. Very chaotic fight. No wall up just yet for the Darkseer, so going for the old school build. To be honest, I like just getting that 1 level up in wall. It just helps out with your team fight. But they could not burst down the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter was so close to actually dying. Legion Commander. Well, Legion buddy, what are you doing here? You might be in a lot of trouble right now. Omelette being toggled up, and he should actually be okay. No engage, no blink up on the Slaughter. So, if the blink was up on the Slaughter, that would have been an instant kill. So, the fight going in favor of WRG. However, they didn't lose the Santo. the Santo. Giving up 300 gold through to Litz. That, I think, did put him very close to his Blink Dagger. And I think he's just going to farm that up. But still, looking at that Blink Dagger, I'm trying to see how that, does that Blink Dagger actually make that big a difference when the enemy team is always engaging onto you? Maybe it does give that extra engage opportunity, But having a look at the previous fight, the Golem was dropped. There's no Golem up at this point. It's only level 1. So it doesn't actually have so much HP or as much HP as level 2, level 3, etc. Damage that it does is okay. It's more just control at that level 1 mark. And still on cooldown for 60 seconds. Moving through, let's have a look here. Santo, he wants to see where's his blink range. Ooh. He wants someone to move over that mark right there. Oh, sorry, over that mark right there. There you go. No one is going to come in. Blink dagger! Not picked up. Still 150 gold away. Oh, bottom lane. I see some kind of engagement. Terror Blade. There you go. The duel is up for the Legion Commander. This is actually going to be his third duel win. Once again, getting that kill onto Dreamy. Dreamy's still sitting on only on 4,500 net worth versus his counterpart Carry 10,500. This Gyrocopter has double the net worth. He can take on, if net worth was the only thing counting, both the Ursa as well as the Terrorblade, and he would still win, so to speak, if net worth was the only thing we're actually talking about here. But double the net worth of both the two cores up on energy. Blink Dagger's up though on the Ursa. Can they get a smoke gank up? Is the Blink Dagger, where is it coming on the Slaughter? Still a whiles away. And I think getting those two off, the Blink on the Slaughter and the Blink on the Ursa, Ursa can 1v1 basically anyone in this game. Let's have a look here. Dreamy sending up his Terror Blade illusion. And I know a few of you guys want me to make a Terror Bad joke here. I will not do so. Although, technically I did by saying I won't do so. Yeah. Lame jokes are lame. But let's continue anyway. Currently looking at the item progression. Working up towards the Maelstrom is the Ember Spirit. I heard something. Oh, I don't know. Crystal Maiden picking up a... Well, with the evasion... And the Glimmer Cape will be picked up soon, I think. It's actually not going to be the Glimmer Cape. What's this evasion going to be for? Oh, it's actually going to build, it's actually going to complete the... Wow, my brain is like completely brain farting at this point. Lotus Orb. Nope, not Lotus Orb. Okay guys, feel free, there you go, Solar Crest. Feel free to completely name and shame and blame me for being a complete potato right there. Gyrocopter does have a full BKB up as well as this Hurricane Pike. Does enough magical damage with the Rocket Barrage coming through. We saw Whelp, I think, the last time picking up the Aghanim Scepter after this to keep the lanes pushed out as well as being able to drop down that ultimate whenever he needed it. Legion Commander has Blink Dagger up as well as Armlets. Do we see anything in the courier coming for him? Not just yet. Radiant Courier was killed right now, but I hear an engagement coming through. Are they going to be able to get the Riki kill? The Riki is down. He could not get his tricks on the trade-off. Quite interesting that he didn't just try and pop it, spam it, and see if they could get a counter kill, but this is exactly what Energy want. They want to try take the fight, and they do have a Blink Dagger up on only the one right now, but there's a TP's coming in onto the stride. BKB is actually popped here by Chelsea. They're trying to go in, or not by Chelsea, by Whelp. The cooldown is there. Unfortunately, Dreamy drops. That's 3 heroes down. Whelp getting a triple kill. Castaway getting another one by himself. And now all of a sudden, this is going to get a stun. This is going to get a complete domination coming through from WRG with a 4th duel victory up on the Legion Commander. I got completely tongue-tied there. First BKB usage up for the Gyrocopter, and he just stood Rocket Barrage and ulted. That's all you have to do. Sitting on close to 14,000 net worth. Oh my word, what's this Gyrocopter going to build to next? Is it going to be that Aghanim Scepter? Is it going to be just more damage, picking up a Deso, picking up an MKB? What's he going to do? Or is it going to go Troll and build up a Rapier? So, no troll builds coming out from Whelp. I have to say I am very happy for that. because Energy will capitalize on that completely. Whelp picking up the Eagle Song, of course, going up to build into a Butterfly. Mostly trying to stop Ursa from actually attacking him, hitting him, trying to stop the Terrorblade, especially in in his metamorphosed state, or metamorphosed state. I don't know what the plural is of the verb of what he actually is when he is in that state, but you get what I mean. Castaway. Do they have enough to actually kill Castaway here? There is no Blink Dagger up on the Slardar, so no stun, no lockdown. Castaway should be okay with this. Ricky, you were scouted out, but the move is into the Rush Pit right now. However, Energy sees this, so what can Energy actually do? There is no rock, there is no Golem being dropped, there is a wall, as well as a Hood of Defiance and a mech. I didn't even see if the mech was used in the previous fight. But Energy literally can't contest this. They have to wait for their big ultimate cooldowns, their like timing windows to actually hit. And they need to get the Slardar's Blink online. I mean, otherwise Slardar could literally walk around here, chop his way in, blink, crush, steal Aegis, probably die, but still, it will be worth it. Chidawi trying to go in for a kill onto Dreamy right now. Dreamy does have a Yasha working up towards his Manta style. The other core, the Ursa, does have a Blink Dagger up, working up towards his Diffusal Blade. Actually not that far away, 1,700 off. So slowly but surely trying to build his way back into this game. The big problem is you still have a 16,000 net worth Gyrocopter versus a 7,000 net worth or 6,800 net worth Turbo. And a 6,800 net worth Ursa. Oh, kills bottom lane. Just as I brought up the Terrorblade, he does again. He does have buyback, but I'm not quite sure. Well, he actually has Metamorphosis state, so he might be able to use his Metamorphosis or go into his Metamorphosed state, I think. Yeah. Let's have a look. Diffusal up on the Ricky. He does have level 2 ulti. Let's zoom out. And is Energy going to try and contest this? There's no Blink Dagger up on the Slaughter. He's being surged up right now. Getting the vac stun into the wall as well. Do they have anything? But the Blinks forward onto the Ember Spirit. The call out's coming through onto the two heroes right now. The duo does manage to catch out the one. Chelsea dies next. Of course, Gyrocopter does have Agents of the Immortal. He drops out a rocket, but that's a double kill. Going the way of Legion Commander, and the first lane of Rax will be in favor of WRG. Looking extremely strong. 25 minutes into this game, sitting on a 20,000 net worth, 23,000 net worth lead. WRG closing in on that 1,000 GPM difference mark right now. Are they going to be farming up into the... Yep. No, they don't. They decide to back out, defend middle tower, push up. They do have a full lane of Rax. I have to commend Energy here for not just YOLOing in there, because if they did that, they would have died. 110%. They gave up the Rax, allowing everyone to respawn, and they know that they have to take the next fight. So, sacrificing the one for a higher percentage chance to win, just to try and delay it a little bit, get that little bit extra farm up, get the Slaughter Crush or Blink Crush off. However, the Crush was there, the Vac Wall was there, everything was there, and guess who's here as well? Dreamy, he goes in and he will get dueled up, instantly popped, 72 dual damage up for the Legion Commander. And is there a buyback on him? There is. He just cannot get this Yasha online. And this seems to be exactly what happened on the bottom lane as well. One hero dying. They did try and actually force that fight. They got a good Vac Wall into a stun off. There was just no follow-up and Castaway. He just jumped in, blinked in, got everything he needed with the Searing Chains, with the Veil of Discord. He's of course gone for 10% spell. Well, there you go. Once again, Castaway doing the exact same thing. Blinking forward, getting double Searing Chains off. And he's going to be back just now, but they do decide to turn onto the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter drops his core down. They will actually manage to get a kill. Castaway's back. The rock gets dropped by the Warlock, but the Warlock gets instantly blown up. And my camera movement's walking just wonking all over the place. Chelsea calls GG, and that is 4 heroes down. This Gyrocopter has not died a single time. 12, 0, and 10. Being involved in 22 out of the 29 kills. Just phenomenal. Amazing work coming through here by WRG. Extremely, extremely, extremely composed. And I have to say, WRG of the past couple of weeks, sometimes they would still win, but they were looking a little bit, you don't know, because they're trolling too much, what a lot of people think and say. Right now, they look extremely strong, extremely dominant up against an up-and-coming team, which is Energy. I think they beat Bravado a couple of weeks ago as well. So, Battle of the Titans seems to be more like a battle against, I don't know, it just seems to be White Rabbit Gaming all the way. Guys, stay tuned. Game number 2 can be completely different. We've seen it happen before. We've seen those comebacks from 17-minute GGs where you've lost to actually winning. Can Energy do it, or is WRG just going to keep layering that block of cement over block of cement onto the South African Dota scene, showing us their dominance? Stay tuned. Game 2 will be up shortly.
what's there left to say? Throw your stones the river. Like me, it drifts away. I would watch you stare. I would watch you stare. Oh, but there's no one there. We can figure this out. Put your feet down. We are the lucky ones. Follow your choice, it's done. Terrified of what's left remains unsaid until you break my mind.
Till you break my mind.
Until you break my thought.
Till you break my thought. I'm throwing wishes in the well in hopes that you will keep them for yourself. And know there was a time when we never let go. Never let go. Ooh, we never let go.
We can figure this out. Put your feet down. We are the lucky ones. Swallow your choice instead. Terrified of what's left remains unsaid until you break my mind.
Till you break my mind.
Until you break my thought.
Till you break my thought.
These sticks and bones will break.
They will break, they will break, they will break. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. No, no.
Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant
All right, everyone, welcome back to game number 2 between Energy Esports and White Rabbit Gaming. I'm Ridditz. This is, of course, the Telkom Dota 2 Masters. Keep in mind, everyone, next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend, it is the Dota 2 Masters LAN event. Of course, not the finals, but the LAN event for the first leg of the Telkom Dota 2 Masters at the Telkom studio in Midrand. Can't wait. I'm actually going to be there, so you guys get to see my fat, ugly face for once. Let's get straight into the game right now. Energy Esports versus White Rabbit Gaming. White Rabbit pick up Spirit Breaker. Well, the bans are actually out here. Once again, the exact, actually, Warlock being banned out, Trade Protector, Magnus, and Keeper of the Light being banned here. Spirit Breaker is picked up for the side of White Rabbit Gaming, Crystal Maiden for Energy Esports. Let's have a look and see what Energy is going to pick up next. I mean, Spirit Breaker constantly going to be roaming around, constantly going to be chasing. But we do sometimes see White Rabbit Gaming having fun during their game 2. We spoke about it. I mean, game 1 looked extremely composed. Let's see what WRG is going to do, but Energy, it's still their pick. They have the CM, extremely soft. Has to be careful for that Spirit Breaker, the charge to stop the ultimate, the Nether Strike, or the Neither Strike, however you want to pronounce it, coming through from the Spirit Breaker. I pronounce it Nether, or the Nether Strike, even though it's from the Nether Worlds, or the Nether Worlds, so to speak. So we're like having a big debate on like a couple of platforms how to pronounce certain things, because depending on where you are in the world, it gets pronounced differently. But I still say it is a Nether Strike coming through from the Spirit Breaker, which is his ultimate, of course.
Seconds remaining.
Nether Strike. There you go. Sand King being picked up by Energy, so a bit of counter initiation as well as wombo combo from CM. I mean, we've seen Energy, they like to pick, to actually get these wombo combos off. They like the aggression, they like to move around a lot. But White Rabbit Gaming was just not giving them any space at all to do that. Darkseer is picked up now by White Rabbit itself, so let's have a look. Darkseer with a Spirit Breaker, 2 frontliners, 2 melee heroes. Okay. I can dig it. Spirit Breaker has that 4. Darkseer has the 3, so still leaving 1, 2, and 5 open.
Radiant team ban.
Let's have a look at the bans. Coming through, Energy once again banning out that Naga.
10 seconds.
As well as the Disruptor. Good combos with the Darkseer, the Vac into Darkseer ultimate into Kinetic Field, Static Storm, full on combos coming through there. White Rabbit Gaming decides to ban out the Juggernaut. Jugger, Crystal Maiden, Sand King, you can run aggro on that and be able to get a kill every single time. So I do like that ban coming through from the side of WRG, stopping that aggro lane. Even if it was in the safe lane, Juggernaut is a good pickup against melee heroes, against the Spirit Breaker, the Darkseer. You can juke out, you can Omni Slash, you can spin, you can try and, be very disruptive in a fight. White Rabbit Gaming decides to pick up the Monkey King. Ban out the Monkey King, sorry. And it's Energy's turn to pick. Do we go for more Wombo here? Do we go for the OD? Do we go for those kind of drafts? Do we even maybe
5 seconds.
see the Enigma? I think they ran something very similar against XD the other day. Do we see that Wombo coming back? Let's have a look here. Just wanted to make sure that I was not muted on the stream. Whoops. Luckily I wasn't. And Venge being picked up. Is this offlane Sand King and carry Venge now? Or is this going to be offlane, is this going to be offlane Sand King or carry Venge? What I meant to say. So it could always be
10 seconds remaining.
Crystal Maiden support, Sand King offlane, Venge support, or it could be Crystal Maiden support, Sand King support, and Venge carry. We of course won't know exactly what they decide to go for until their next pick. If they pick up a core or offlaner, then we should have a lot more information. But I do think it will most likely be an offlane Sand King, offlane / jungle with a Venge support and a Crystal Maiden support. White Rabbit Gaming, what do they pick up? Silencer. Stopping the full wombos from CM and Sand King. Okay, I can dig it. Is this actually going to be a castaway silencer? I think it might be a mid silencer. Going for that core, going for that greed.
10 seconds.
Yeah, why not?
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Getting a quick sip of my Coke there.
Time.
And the band's taking quite some time right now. Or the picks in the band. The whole drafting phase. Let's see what Energy goes for here. It's going to be their mid now. With a silencer pick, Energy's busy thinking, is silencer going mid? Do we have to counter the silencer? Is silencer going to be a support? Do we pick up something else? Do we pick up a Queen of Pain? But if silencer goes there, Queen of Pain might get completely wrecked. Do we go for something more hardcore, like a Dragon Knight, but know that you're constantly just going to be spammed out? Do we go for Storm Spirit and just die, basically? But I think they might go with a little bit more core, a little bit more stable mid, single target mid, if I was them, because they do have a couple, like 2 AoE heroes already. Single target swap and stun. Keep in mind, Venge's level 25 talent allows the stun. Magic Missile to, of course, go through. It does pierce spell immunity then. And there's the offlane clock. So this is going to be a core Venge. Still keeping their mid open right now because they don't know if Silence is going to be mid or not. White Rabbit Gaming's turn to pick. They will most likely be picking up their carry. Are we going to see any shenanigans coming through from them?
10 seconds remaining.
Wisp strats, IO strats.
5 seconds remaining.
Actually wouldn't mind seeing that here with the charge from the Spirit Breaker. Wisp TPing in anytime. Global Silence as soon as they get in with something like a Slark or Ursa. Even a core like a Sven, Wraith King. It will fit into WRG's second game draft mentality, if I can put it that way. But they decide to go more core here, so that is going to be Walps, Phantom Assassin. Still don't know about mid, still keeping that a big secret. Or are we just going to see a standard Castaway Evoker? Cast Evoker! That actually makes sense, because Invoker casts spells, get it? Cast Evoker. It's like Build a Bear.
Radiant team ban.
I think I need sleep. I'm busy going crazy here. Throwing things off my table as well. And Timbersaw being banned out by White Rabbit Gaming. Timber mid could actually work. Timber mid could work. Is this going to be a Castaway Phantom Assassin? With a support silencer.
10 seconds remaining.
And now they're going to still pick up a Slark or something more durable or another kind of carry here. I really don't know. This doesn't...
Reserved
Not like a standardized draft with the Darkseer and the Spirit Breaker and the Phantom Assassin, 3 melee heroes. Both have, maneuverability. Darkseer, Surge, Spirit Breaker Charge, Phantom Assassin, Blink Strike. Phantom Strike. Don't know why I'm calling it Blink Strike. Ember Spirit being banned out right now, so they are thinking, of course, this is a Whelp PA. Not a caster PA. In all likelihood, it will be a Whelp's Phantom Assassin, but I would not be surprised if they do decide to just switch things up, give him the Phantom Assassin mid, get another carry up. But let's see. 10 seconds to reserve time. What's WRG's last pick going to be?
Phantom Lens.
Phantom Lancers. So,
team pick.
mid PA, carry Phantom Lancer. Is this seriously going to be a mid PA? Yeah, it is. I think so. You heard it here first, folks. Now, Energy, they have to decide. I mean, going up a Vengeful Spirit, they don't really have a lot of... I was about to say they need wave clear. They really, really, really need wave clear right now. Even though the Venge can do it, Sand King can do it to a certain thing, they need to stop the push coming through from the 4 melee cores. They need something that can do damage, and that is the Medusa. So, going to be quite interesting here to see the mid matchups, the safe lane matchup. Medusa, of course, hey, with all those illusions, PL is going to pick up a diff. Your mana, you're going to have mana issues, buddy. In other words, you won't have a shield at all. Like, never. Jump to stream.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, guys, for those of you that don't know who I am Reddit. Check me out on Facebook. It is facebook.com/Reddit Dota. Not Reddit, not Reddit. Reddit. RIDDITZ. Reddit Dota. Check me out on Twitter at Reddit Dota. This is, once again, the Telkom Dota 2 Masters. Energy eSports versus WRG. Energy looking extremely strong leading up to this event, but this just goes to show you WRG just seem to be on a completely different level than anyone else. Team Tower Showdowns. And here we go. Game 2 between Energy and WRG. Energy needs this game to, well, not stay alive, but they need this game to force it to a game 3. I honestly still predict the way that Energy's been playing up until now, they might end second, like top two, considering how they played up against Bravado recently, how they played up, I think, against, wasn't it? Did they play XD recently? I think they did. No, that was XDC playing XD. But still, Energy looking very, very good at this point in the tournament itself. It's going to be very nice and very good to see all of the guys next weekend at the Telkom Dota 2 Masters LAN event that's taking place from Leg 1. It's going to be good to see the boys, see how they actually match up. LAN is a completely different ball game. And a typical SA pause just as the game starts. Let's have a look here. Chadawi up on the docks here on the top lane. Mid lane is being run by Caster PA, Caster Pa. Schlinks playing up the silencer, support silencer. Whelp on the carry Phantom Lancer. Santo on the roaming Spirit Breaker, or most likely head top just to help out the docks here a little bit. Mino on the side of Sand King, Mr. Potterkins on the Sand King. Chelsea on the Clockwork. Mid is going to be Medusa, so Mid Medusa versus Castaway. It's going to be quite interesting. Dreamy still playing the carry Venge. And do they actually swap out? Nah, I'll still leave it. I mean, Castaway versus Medusa. I'm not actually quite sure. I think that should technically be an even matchup, even slightly favored to the PA. Even though, of course, you will have a mana shield, the only damage you'll really be able to do won't be with your right clicks, because you hardly have any. It will be with your Mystic Snake. And then you're hoping for a couple of good bounces. Crystal Maiden has reconnected, so does this mean we can go? Go maybe? Yes, no? And a big thanks to Muhammad Ismail on the YouTube chat. He actually gave me the correct pronunciation for the because I kept on saying metamorphed or metamorphed, when I thought it was metamorphed in a metamorphed state, but it's actually morphosed state. Metamorphosed state. Yes, quite interesting. Well, at least I know for the next time. Big shout out to Chad, everyone else on the stream, Crimsoon, Nicholas Swart, Martin Bierkes, everyone on the stream. You guys seriously have been amazing. Joining, helping out, keeping the hype real on the stream. Sorry if I cut out in-game, guys. You guys just have to deal with it because I do go over to the stream a little bit, and then the game audio does, or might not pull through. So it's not that I'm lagging or anything. If you guys want to check on YouTube, just go to youtube.com/live. Major Gaming Studios is currently broadcasting the game. Just no cameras today because you have to wait a week to see my face. And Crystal Maiden DC'd again. Typical SA Dota. So while we're looking at this, let's quickly jump over to, maybe I can quickly set my video to borderless window. Now I can, I wonder if I can talk. No, it's still gonna, I'm having a look at my speech bubble. So video, use advanced settings, borderless window, apply. I think I actually have to head out of Dota, and yep, I'll have to head out of Dota, which I'm not going to do right now. But give me a second, let's have a quick look at the DGL site as to the leaderboard right now. Digital Gaming League.co.za. Jumping to the tournament. So currently XTC leading the leaderboard, currently 5 games played, 4-1. 5 games played, 4-1. WRG sitting second. WRG and Energy sitting second and third with both 4 games played and 4-1. So both of those will, whoever wins here will lead the leaderboard. And the other one will be tied with XTC. Then we have XD Gaming sitting on 4th. APG on 5th and Pulse on 6th. With VNR 7th. So all the way from 4th to 7th is 5 games played with 3-1. So all the guys have lost 2. Ventus and DC both sitting on 5 and 1. So that's 5 games played, 1-1. Okay, let's see what's happening here in the game now. Big shout out there from Schlinks, the first person to give a shout out today on stream. Shout out to Cool Ideas. If I'm not mistaken, Cool Ideas is an ISP. So, quite interesting shout out there from Mr. Schlinks. Shout out to Buttons. No idea what Buttons is. I just want to say shout out to Strike because he's not with us anymore. He disconnected from the game again. Okay, well, guys, on that note, I'll keep an eye on the game to see when the thing starts. So I'll also probably just put in just put on some music while we wait, while you guys can see, and while... no, wait, because made reconnected. Let's see, is everything working now? Everything working now? Come on, guys. Okay, guys, it's fine now. Seems like the ping has dropped for Mr. Strike. As they say, let's get ready to rumble. Okay, that fell completely. Chelsea on the clockwork here towards the bottom lane. I've already got to Chelsea. I've already stated Lit on mid. I've already stated Dreamy here towards the top side. Strike on the Crystal Maiden, and that's basically that for everyone. Actually went through everything already. And as you can see, Sand King actually skilled up first with the bar strike. You'll hardly ever go with anything other than the bar strike unless you're heading into the jungle. Then you can go with a possible sandstorm. You're going to farm very slow, but you will farm. Or a caustic finale if you've got a solo lane. Venge has actually gone for a stun, so no level of wave, making sure she can survive and get that stun off. Most other people have not skilled anything as of yet. Phantom Lance I can understand, Spirit Launch you don't necessarily want anything else. And this time it's WRG get 2 runes, Ian get 2 runes. Does this mean that if a team gets 3 runes, they are guaranteed a win? Because I've seen that now like 3 times in different Masters games. And all 3 times the team that got all 3 bounties won. Hashtag stat? Or hashtag coincidence? Very well played by Schlinks. Don't necessarily know why, because he's trying to keep everything there to force his... Yeah, okay, I don't necessarily know why. Doesn't want this to... No! I missed the first blood coming through. Energy. Mr. Pottikins getting the first blood. Sorry about that one, guys. Seems like there was a stun used up by the Venge, Frostbite by the Crystal Maiden, and another stun coming up on the Sand King. Chidai will have to move into the jungle, get that level 2 up, get that surge up so that he can move around a bit more. Lit might be in a lot of trouble here for... Will they actually be able to get it? Oh, there you go. Cast away. Getting that early kill, and this will put him nearly a level... half a level above mid if they do manage to kill mid again. No, that's actually more than a level above mid. Still around half, 45. Let's have a look on towards the bottom lane. Chelsea just trying to trap out Whelp, trying to drain his mana, but unfortunately missing it just a little bit. Oh, I see someone about to die here. Sand King dropping down. Chidai getting the kill with the help of Santo. So it's a 2-for-1. Not quite sure why the Sand King was on level 1 here. Probably trying to go for a quick and easy snipe on Chidai, but there's a charge coming through. It is onto Strike. Strike doesn't have any mana. She does have a Clarity up, but the Clarity gets cancelled. Well, doesn't get cancelled. Gets taken off by the Iron Shot, even though the charge was stopped. And I wonder, how is this mid going to go? Castaway sitting on 13 and 3. That's it. You're going to go through a lot of consumables here on the middle lane against Medusa, but you should actually do pretty decent. Come on, Chelsea. How did Chelsea get that kill? Well played. Battery Assault 2 levels up, going solo. Up against Phantom Lancer, couldn't actually doppelganger out. But now they want to turn around, go for a counter kill up on Chelsea. However, Potterkins is here on the Sand King, so he should actually be able to back that up and back his teammate up there if need be. Sorry, that pause literally is throwing me off my casting game, boys. Where are the days where the SA servers just crash completely for like 20 minutes? But the charge is in onto mid. Santo, well, he's actually not taking any kind of right click, well, any kind of tower damage coming through. Tower just going for the creeps. Very, very fortunate for him. Another charge on to Lit once again. And the mana shield just proccing it. I mean, 2 levels up in the mana shield already, and just making sure to keep that mana as low as possible. They wanted to dive, they wanted to use that to actually use the shrine here. Then they will probably jump again. But let's have a look here. Are we going to see any kind of extra shenanigans, extra anything here towards the middle lane, bottom lane? Still no doppelganger up right now, and this might be Phantom Lancer dropping once again. He gets trapped up. Schlinks is trying to do as much as possible. They do manage to get the 1 kill. Now they're going to turn around. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. It's a 1-for-1 trade-off, but still favoring the side of EN. I'm nearly getting 2 kills up there. I honestly think Phantom Lancer just needs to get a level up with doppelganger as soon as he hits 4. Dox here was where? On the top lane, nearly dropping himself. And middle lane now, Phantom Assassin taking a lot of damage here from the Medusa. Trying to, once again, reduce that just by using the Mystic Snake. And this is going to be the first time that they actually use the Shrine. So they didn't use this directly. Orbital Venom, of course, giving you... Don't know why it was dropped. Doesn't give you any stats. And yeah, there you go. Doppelganger's up, so they shouldn't actually be able to kill the Phantom Lancer now again as easily. But Chidawi is in quite a bit of trouble right now. Does he scout anything out? He is not aware. He is aware. There he gets stunned up. Is he actually going to use anything? He does have a surge, but the chain stun coming through from the Sand King. There's a follow-up, and the wave gets the kill. Dreamy gets it. The charge is up on the Crystal Maiden, but Crystal Maiden backs out all the way. So 3 for 4 currently, 7 kills in 5 minutes. Not really exciting kills, but still kills. They've been happening middle lane. They actually want to turn around, go in onto the Medusa. Why am I zoomed out so far? Taking off the mana shield completely. Medusa has absolutely no mana. She does, however, have a Ring of Aquila, but it might not be enough. The bash comes through. Santo gets the kill. A good double team coming through here from Santo and Castaway. Castaway sitting on 35 and 7, leading the last hits with his counterpart or his teammate here up on Whelp. Quite interesting since Whelp has died twice already. And at 6 minutes in, 8 kills. Making sure that they do lead the kill score at this point. Oh, not lead the kill score. Don't know what I'm saying. I'm busy thinking of, yeah, lead the last hit shots with the Phantom Assassin. Just ignore what I'm saying there. Basically WRG making sure that they do stay ahead even while the kill score is equal. Brain farting at this point. It's been a long day. And only 1,000 nets worth advantage in favor of WRG, but it's still 6 minutes in, so making sure there's more kills than minutes. Santo, he charges up, but he's actually going to pay with his life. Managing to get the charge, trying to stop any kind of swap shenanigans coming out with the neither swap. Just not going to be enough. Middle lane though. As you can see, it's like quick and painful deaths, but it's not like massive fights coming through early on. But well, Bordeaux's going to charge Chelsea. And that's the thing, as soon as Phantom Assassin gets a level up in Blur, has the full Poorman shield, she's just going to constantly spam huge chunks of mana from the Medusa. There's a charge coming through, there's another stun, there's absolutely no mana up on the Medusa right now. TPs are going to be there. Castaway decides he's actually not going to commit. The stun comes through onto the Spirit Breaker. Castaway jumps through, gets a crit onto Lit, and actually manages to get the kill. Is there going to be an extra crit onto Potkins? Unfortunately not. He's actually rooted up in the tower. No crit up on Strike either. Well, Castaway wants to go for more. He wants it. Is he going to get it? He decides to back off rather. So, but still getting a couple of kills there. Chelsea wants to go in for the wraparound, the loop. And unfortunately there is no shrine. So Chelsea running in, and I think he would actually die from this. Yeah, there you go. Who's going to get the kill? Castaway does eventually. Thinking that the shrine was going to be used, but you can see if the shrine has been used or not. As soon as he headed up here, he should have backed off. If the shrine was active, yeah, then you can go for some kind of sneaky plays like that. But you don't have 6, rather get 6 and then try and go for something that way. Medusa slowly but surely working his way up, or her way up towards the phase boot. Oh, big chunk of damage up on Castaway. And just more mana being drained on the Medusa. Just constant dagger spams happening the whole time. And having that Ring of Bassi actually does help quite a bit, especially with the mana regen and the issues that they do have. And that's why I do personally like running a Phantom Assassin with a Crystal Maiden, although it's not being run in the same team here. It's just you always have extra mana. Santo protecting, I think he charged, and now he's just waiting here. Does he actually have a ward? They do have vision here on Lit. Are they going to dive? Are they going to do anything? It's actually EN that go in with the smoke wraparound. Is it going to be enough? No, there's a charge up on Lit. Lit does, of course, have a Stone Gaze. Will she actually have enough mana to use it? There you go. She uses it just as she drops out of mana. But the thing is, everyone decides to back out. Phantom Assassin might actually die. The first person to drop is going to be the Silencer. There is no global silence up just yet. That's 2 heroes dead. Getting a mega kill or a killing spree, ending a killing spree. Dreamy, he'll be very happy with that. All of a sudden, skyrocketing him just a little bit in regards to net worth, all the way to the top. 3,900, just about to hit that 4,000 mark here, up for Dreamy versus 3,900 up on Castaway versus 3,900 up on Whelp. And Whelpshire's reforming himself. Busy pushing out the lanes. Look at his last hits at this point, 73 and 12. Sitting now at 4,100 net worth at 10 minutes in. Team net worth still around 1,200 in favor of WRG, which is not a lot considering at this point. I think previously they were like, what was it, 6,000 ahead? They're 6,000 ahead at 11.5 minutes in. So Energy doing a lot better this time. There's a double damage rune up on the Medusa. You have to be very careful if you're the PA, because now you can actually take a decent amount of damage. And Sancho backing out, going back to base. Who's he going to charge? I rate Dreamy. Yeah, there you go. Dreamy's being charged, just vision kept. There's a stun coming through on the Sand King. Well, Sand King's actually charging up his epicenter. Stun came through. Now the Clockwork Hook as well. Is the charge actually the charge got cancelled instantly all the way back here towards the tier 2. Very well baited out. I mean, you could sort of see that was bait. They know, listen, Ian knows that there will be a charge on any hero that is on low HP. Unfortunately, WRG should have known that. Wait, I see Strike ulting right now. Will he get anything? Don't know what he's doing here. Oh, there's a global silence. Not quite sure. Once again, I think it's going up towards the top lane. Sand King is in quite a bit of trouble. We're not towards the bottom lane. Do they actually manage to get the kill on Strike? They do. Strike is down. Now they actually want to turn around. Pottykins is in a lot of trouble. There's a charge coming through. Hits Chelsea. And it goes through. Hits the Sand King. Now they want to turn around. They want to go for more. Is there actually a power card coming through? Nope. The wall even gets dropped. This time, Chadawi, well, this time they actually decide to get up an early level of the wall itself. So very well played. WRG, all of a sudden, sure, they lost a couple of years, but they just turned around, got 4 kills back, and that's 1,500 gold to it. Now, I was busy criticizing WRG there because they should have known that the bait was there on top because everyone was on low HP, but then again, Energy decided to still keep on pushing, and there's the charge coming through. Charge will actually hit up onto the Vengeful Spirit. The Nether Strike does hit as well. Vengeful Spirit will drop. The vacuum comes through. And Chadawi, well, he's just busy wrapping around. He's sure he doesn't have any mana at this point, but they literally don't need it. WRG, all of a sudden, walking over Energy, getting like 6 kills in exchange for none in the period of a couple of minutes. Energy has to regroup. They have to know, listen, we can't actually do anything, but I think they might have scouted out the Sand King. Sand King might be in a bit of trouble. Will they actually be able to get a charge off on him or any kind of vision? They do decide to back out. It is nighttime, so Santo, you won't be able to scout him out. You have to be careful yourself, though. There's an epicenter building up towards that Blink Dagger. The Sand King is actually not doing too badly in regard to his net worth. When that Blink Dagger does come up, it is actually going to have a massive impact. A lot more than having a Blink Ursa, for example, in game number 1. Even though it was different players, I do know that. I do understand that. Let's have a look here, guys. This is game 2. Game number 1 was, of course, won by WRG in a convincing manner. This is game 2 between WRG and Energy eSports. I think game 1 score was 29-3. This was game 1 score. That was game 1 score. Well, just dominating. And of course, this is game 2. A lot closer, a lot more evenly matched, even though it's slightly favoring the side of WRG now ever so little. Well, 5,000 net worth isn't actually that little. Let's have a look what the guys on stream are saying before anything breaks out. XTC Gaming is actually asking what the score was. I actually just said it on stream, so there you go, there you go. Let's have a look at Castaway. Building up towards that Desolator. Does have a full Vladimir's offering up. Oh, wait, though. We might see an engagement there. Spirit Breaker's in a lot of trouble. The Epicenter does come up. The back is there as well. But now, unfortunately, Darkchair has to surge himself away. Where's that Blink Dagger coming up on the Darkchair? He's actually balling straight into Guardian Greaves. A full Guardian Greaves to start off with. That's very ambitious, very greedy. But hey, if it works for him, it works. Well, what's he building into? He, of course, does have full Boots of Travel up. Yasha recipe has been purchased, as well as the Blades of Alacrity. So, with these Ancients, he will have his full Yasha up himself. Silencer still has Boots. That's okay. He's a support. Hand of Might is going to be picked up by the Spirit Breaker soon. And on the side of Energy, Clockwork, he's actually not been having the best game. Started off with 2 very early kills. But as soon as Doppelganger came up on the PL, it just started getting very difficult to actually do anything with this. Building up towards that Blade Mail. Crystal Maiden going up towards the Glimmer Cape. Going to be a while before she can actually get that. And even when she gets the Glimmer Cape, if like anyone behind her gets charged, the Glimmer Cape's not going to work. The Glimmer Cape's not going to actually help that much because she'll still get charged through. But I do like it. It can save. It can actually put her in a good position. The Blink Dagger's up on the Sand King. So look for the side of Energy to just back off. Get vision down. Perhaps drop a sentry. No, they don't even drop a sentry. They just smoke up. They'll actually run straight into Chadawi here. And a smoke for Chidawi. I'm not quite sure that's 100% worth it, but there's the blink. Showing up the blink right now, and the stun up with the Darkseer. Darkseer. Pop goes the Weasel. Pop goes the Darkseer, so to speak. Santo charging up, Blitz, cancelling it instantly, just showing him, hey, I'm here, I can charge you, I can do this if I need to. And there's more TP. Oh, wait, yeah, that's Clockwork TPing in and just instantly dying. So it's a 1-for-1 trade-off towards the end. It actually does favor Energy slightly because Darkseer was doing a bit better. Well, quite a bit better. Nearly double the net worth of the Clockwork. I just look at the positioning coming through here from WRG. They're literally trying to... That circle is actually what they're trying to cover and just protect. The vision coming through all the way through there, through this area, leading up into where the big TPs are coming in. And this just means there's more vision on the tier 2 bot. There's more vision on flanks coming through. And they might just want to go for another push. But Global Silence is used towards the top lane. Let's have a look. Unfortunately, Vengeful Spirit is going to be the first one to fall there. Walt manages to get the kill. Do they have anything to actually kill off Strike? Unfortunately not. So Global Silence used for carry. I still think that is worth it. The Vengeful Spirit not having the easiest game in the world. Does have a Hand of Midas himself. But still building up towards that Manta style. So it's still going to be a while before Venge is fully online.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Let's have a look here. Sand King does have Epicenter. Are we going to see... Is he going to actually take the jump? No, it's actually going to be Lit scouting out Chidawi right now. Are they going to go for this? Chidawi moving up towards the top. And is he going to go in? Are we going to see any kind of stuns there? There is the stun. There's a blink. Is the stun going to come through? The stun actually misses coming through from Mr. Pottykins. Unfortunately, waiting just a little bit too long. And that just means WLG will TP out. Whelp going towards the bottom lane. Does have a Yasha up. Building up towards a full-on Aghanim Scepter. Starting off with an Axe. That means Spirit Lance. Of course, it does bounce. And WG just slowly but surely increasing their lead, doing what they need to do. Once again, a lot of kills took place towards the early stages of the game, but all of a sudden it sort of balanced itself out, trying to play passive, and you can't play passive up against WRG because they will outgreed you. It's quite funny. We always used to say that exact same thing with Bravado is you can't take Bravado on and just try and outfarm them because they would outgreed you. But hey, WRG learned how to outgreed Bravado and learn how to actually outplay them, move in together. And I do like this. It is a new era of South African Dota with WRG at the helm. And they are looking extremely strong. The drafts, I'm not quite convinced on the draft, to be honest. But still, with this draft, pulling it off, having the top 2 on the net worth by a significant margin. But they're just continuing to farm. And having a look here, what do we... what's coming in? So it's actually a Manta style recipe coming in for Medusa, but still 1,600 odd away from the Yasha. Yasha... Okay, not the Yasha, the Manta. Manta's still quite far away for the Venge. Just trying to see any up-and-coming items. I honestly feel they should have tried to... Oh, wait, yeah. They might actually decide to go for this. Chidawi. He's just going to TP himself away. He will actually get there. Unfortunately, he gets scouted up. There's 2 ultimates. There's 3 ultimates. There's a lot of ultimates going through to kill him. He literally... Chelsea's ulti, Strike's ulti, as well as the Sand King ultimate, just to kill one Clockwork. Look at the abilities used here. Well, keep in mind, it's a 1,000 gold swing. It's a 1,000 gold swing, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 abilities used. Just ridiculous. Oh, there's a stun coming through, Santo. Charging up towards, stun coming through. Charge coming through. Actually going up towards Chelsea. He actually does get stunned up. There's the Nether Strike coming through. Unfortunately, Santo's caught within the cogs right now. There's a stun! Oh, no stun, but the TP. It's like 1 second away. No stun was able to actually cancel that. just the illusions coming through from the Phantom Launcher getting created way too fast and just doing way too much damage. The Diffusal Blitz is going to be the next pickup after the Yasha, so going up full agility build in right now. And slowly but surely, this Phantom Launcher is starting to look dangerous. Split pushing up bottom, split pushing up top, TPing everywhere. I mean, he should be able to keep himself sort of safe with the Juxtapose. And let's see if Energy decides to punish him. If I was Energy, I'd smoke up. I'd wait for him to push up top or bottom and then try and kill him. WRG. Just keeping all the lanes pushed out. Shadowblade up on the Spirit Breaker. Darkshare building into a Blink Dagger after a full Goddess Greaves debuff. Will apply there. Phantom Assassin does have what in the career coming up? Full on Basher as well as Flads and Desolator at 22 minutes in the game. This PA is farmed as hell. Gold per minute, so 20 minutes in. Well, only sitting on 480, so not actually that bad, but still, having these items, these are fighting ready items this early on, it does make a massive difference because PA will get crits off, PA will just completely blow and eat through the supports. But let's have a look here. Whelp might be in a bit of trouble. Is he going to get caught out? Crystal Maiden trying to get in range of the Frostbite. And Whelp will run away. And we wait for more action. Anything going to be happening right now? We haven't actually had a look at his item progression in a while. Has gone for a full-on Dragon Lance as well as a Yasha. Not doing too badly. Slowly but surely actually catching up to the top to the top guys. But still roughly around 2,000 plus behind the Phantom Lancer, and just over 1,000 behind the PA. The big thing is Medusa can actually push out a little bit and farm a little bit better with a split push. But that's it. WG were waiting for Energy to make a move so that they could get the top tower. Middle tower is going to be denied coming through here. Unfortunately not. Wait, I actually don't see. Was it denied? No, it wasn't denied, but the problem is Litbite being in a lot of trouble right now. Global Silence is being used. Will they actually be able to go to the Medusa? Medusa does pop up her Stone Gauge, trying to turn around, go for more. The hookshot comes in towards the backside as well. And now Schlinks versus Clockwork. Unfortunately, the first person to drop here, there's actually two heroes to fall. The wall, the vac, everything was used. I missed so much of the fight because I was focusing on the backline. Vengeful Spirits turning on, going in onto the Spirit Breaker, trying to do as much damage as possible. It's a 3-for-3 trade-off. Will they be able to get more? Vengeful Spirit gets completely critted up. That is a 3-for-4 trade-off, and they have to back out. They're probably going to be pushing. Chelsea has to back out. He's the last person alive. I was focusing on here, then I focused on the hookshot because I thought something they were going to flank. Meanwhile, the fight was taking place here. Get wrecked. Castaway heading in towards the Rosh pit. Wall has to be a little bit careful, of course. There will be a hookshot coming up soon. 10 seconds, and yeah, they decide to leave that. Going to heal up. And bottom tier 1 is being pressured by the creeps. Tony the creep is leading the charge. What does Tony say? Oh, Tony's given up. He's like, no, guys, I'm out. Giving up on life. No support. No one came to help me. You guys left me to die here alone. And let's have a look. Rosh is scouted out with a flare. Fortunately, I don't really think Energy can do anything about it. They have used so many ultimates. They already used so many ultimates. 28 seconds until Sand King ulti coming through. Rosh will be dead by then. Medusa does have Stone Gauge, really won't help anything. Crystal Maiden does have ultimate as well. But there you go, they're actually trying to go in. Dreamy is being engaged upon here, but there's the wall, there's the hookshot coming through as well. The first person to drop is going to be, unfortunately, Chelsea, getting completely blown up. This time I did not focus on him, and he was the first person to die. Strike gets completely eaten up. Even though Wob got the kill, the damage coming through from Castaway is just ridiculous. That's 4 heroes, all 5 heroes alive from WRG versus only 3. And they also have the Aegis of the Immortal up on Castaway. Look for Castaway to be more aggressive here. Push, jump, dive deep, play a little bit like more fun. So have a look at that. Look at the Aghanim Scepter coming through. Spirit Lance, and then it bounces to like all the enemies. That's just so many illusions. If you take a fight on top of creeps and heroes and just gotta bounce between all of them, it's just ridiculous. I wonder what the maximum limitation is on how many times it bounces. Let's have a look. It bounces 5 times. So you only need 5 creeps or you need 5 heroes. But still, that is 5 illusions. Look at what's going to happen right now. Is there going to be a Spirit Lance coming through? Only 2 bounces at this point. The charge is still going to come up onto the Sand King. We know Crystal Maiden is there. Crystal Maiden does not have ulti. They still want to jump in onto Whelp. Will Whelp be able to actually get out of this? Oh, the jukes! The big players coming through here from Whelp, actually managing to get the doppelganger. Now they want to turn around. They actually want to go for more, dealing up so much damage against them, taking away all the mana, and top lane just pushing in by themselves. No, well, Global Silence was used, but to keep your PL alive, I think it's worth it. PL going in for a full butterfly at this point. Level 1 Diffusal Blade only, not opting to go for that more powerful level 2 just yet. Wanting to burn through a couple of the Diffusal Blade charges first before he gets that level 2 diff up. Oh, I actually missed a kill once again. I was busy looking at where the kill got. Towards the top lane. I was busy watching on stream to check what everyone else was saying. And if everything's good. Let's have a look towards the bottom though. We might actually see that. Oh, the charge coming through by the Vengeful Spirit. And Sand King ulti coming through. Unfortunately, the stun misses. Everything misses. He manages to TP out. And the top lane is actually being pressured in now by Costa as well as Chidari. Glyphs being forced out. Chidari, look at the amount of damage that it actually does. Takes away a quarter of Medusa's mana pool. And they are going to fall back. Unfortunately for WRG, the creep was killed. That Phantom Launcher was busy. Boost of traveling towards the bottom lane as PL wanted to come in and help and go in for that fight. But yeah, everything worked out towards the end. No one died there. No one died top. Got the top tower down to around a third HP. I think WRG will be happy with that. Still clinical play coming through from them. Sitting at around the 60,000 gold. Well, sitting around a 60,000 gold lead. So not as much as game 1. But once again, still composed. Still secure in regards with what their game plan is. Push it out. Wait for... just keep on farming it up and wait for energy to make a mistake. Let's have a look here. The bottom lane, Medusa, slowly but surely building up towards the Scotty. Scotty will at least give her a little bit more survivability, give her more damage, tank her up a little bit, going for a pure stats build up. And what is WRG, what are they waiting for? They have the Aegis. There's still a tier 2 tower that they can decide to take, but we see an engagement. Once again, the stun missing up from the Sand King. They do actually want to go onto the wall. Look at the range on that swap coming through. There's the Global Silence, the wall back up onto 2 heroes. They're turning around. The slow is used onto the Sand King. Sand King's going to be the first person to die. Dreamy to follow up after that, and it's a 3-for-1 or 3-for-0 exchange. Castaway managing to blow up the Crystal Maiden. This might just be the tier 3 tower. Do they have buybacks? Is there anything that they can use? No. Well, there is still an epicenter, but no buyback on the Sand King. Vengeful Spirit, no buyback on the Vengeful. Well, there you go. There's the buyback on the Vengeful Spirit. But no buyback on anyone else. There's a charge coming in onto the Medusa. Medusa's mana is being drained up by the illusions bit by bit. However, the first tier 3 tower is used. Chelsea comes in with a good hook shot. Going in. Zhaz managed to get the cogs off to try and push them away. Unfortunately, it's not enough. Phantom Assassin just standing there, busy attacking, busy right-clicking. They're trying to turn around and go for a counter kill up on the docks here. which they won't actually be able to get. But getting that tier 3 tower down, they're just going to fall back, go for this shrine up towards the bottom lane, and the side of WRG is going to be very happy with that. Let's have a look. Dreamy, that range on that swap is just ridiculous. It's a level 3 range. Unfortunately, sort of killing them in the process with that swap. Here's a charge. Let's have a look. Is the charge going to be able to do anything? This is a very dangerous and dodgy charge. I would not go in with a charge like that if I was them. Oh, there's a stun coming through and a swap. Not quite sure. BKB is triggered by the Spirit Breaker, and Spirit Breaker will use his ultimate onto... Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happening here. There's another charge. Oh, blink stun. Not going to hit anything. Sancho might be in a big pickle or big bit of trouble right now. There's a dust up onto the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker does try, and using that to strike is not going to work. His entire team has abandoned him and literally told him, listen dude, WTF, what was that bottom? That's a 10-second BKB duration that you wasted. And you just gave them a kill. Gave them 500 gold. Game of Thrones. Santo. Sponsored by Santa. It's like Game of Thrones. Not Thrones, Thrones. Sponsored by WRG featuring Santo. Force staff being built up here by the Clockwork. Still sitting towards the lower end of the net worth here, Chelsea. Struggling quite a bit in conjunction with his counterpart sitting fourth from the top. So fourth from the bottom versus fourth was fourth from the top. Docs here does have a blink up, has a full pipe up, full Goddess Greaves, building up towards a force staff. He literally has a higher net worth than the carry, the Vengeful Spirit here. Still building his way up towards that Maelstrom, making good use of that Hand of Midas, but these illusions are just doing too much. They need some kind of wave clear. And going up with the Maelstrom, I think, is a good idea. I just don't know how effective it's going to be. And considering the next rush should be taken by WRG, it's a minute, so to speak. I think WRG will want to try and just at least get a kill off before that to try and secure it. Let's have a look. So a lot of pings coming through. Oh, what are they going to do here? One single creep gets eaten, and they decide to back off. Go for the next shrine, and Rush is going to be up in around 30 seconds, guys. Maybe 40 around there. Castaway picks up the haste. He wants to go hunting. He wants to try and kill someone. So let's... Was he going to use the haste rune to farm? Seems like he's going to use the haste rune to farm. Oh, there you go. They actually do manage to catch up. What? Crystal Maiden got completely blown up there. What was the damage output? 1,482 crit. Not necessarily crit. That was a jump, I think, in as well. A jump crit. But still getting that pick off. We just said they're going to be looking for a pick off. Hey, guess what? Rosh is up. Rosh is up. No idea what's happening with Rosh right now. Well, I hear Global Silence coming through. There's the vac. The wall 2 here is getting caught in that vac wall. Your Scepter is used by Mr. Potkins. Potkins is about to die. He's taking a lot of damage, but he actually does get healed up. So a lot being thrown, a lot being used here towards that side. But, meanwhile, the main fight is still ongoing. Well, everyone is taking a lot of damage. I can't actually focus. It's a big epicenter that actually did go through. Managed to hit Jadawi. They just could not put enough damage on. Unfortunately, that's 4 heroes down for the side of Energy. Without losing anyone, GG being called instantly while I was busy focusing on Rosh. The fight starts, the fight happens, and boom. Well played, well played. WRG beating Energy. Once again, quite convincingly. I mean, if you have a look at the net worth, It's trying to see there, 31,000 at the end. At 36 minutes in, WRG looking composed, looking structured. They know what they need to do, and they're doing it. And this is up against second seed Energy, who can actually take WRG on, who can take a game off, at least a game off them, who can dethrone WRG. Their rise to power, of course, was in 2016. They've just been looking stronger and stronger as the weeks go by. And to be honest, I'm extremely excited to see this, to see where WRG can go, not just locally, but overseas as well. These guys are looking extremely, extremely strong. Guys, I'm Reddit. This was, of course, the Telkom Dota 2 Masters Leg 2, I think. Check me next weekend on not this stream, but the Telkom stream. I'll be at the Telkom studio, broadcasting live the Telkom Dota 2 Masters LAN event with the teams. They'll also be flying down. Can't wait to see all of you guys there. Can't wait to see all of the teams there. Yeah, I think on that note, congratulations. WRG looking strong. Energy looked strong up until this point, but I do believe Energy can come back and just restructure, regroup. On that note, guys, I'm out. Peace and enjoy your night. Bye-bye.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Oh yeah, take you like a pill. Then I feel you like a pill to get my fill. No, do me in the worst way. Don't let me sleep. Never say you're sorry.